my cat is in the background. I got her off, but she got back up here again. But today I'm going to be doing a video that I don't know if anybody's ever done before, where I'm going to be comparing the first generation iPad to the first Kindle Fire. So without further ado, let's dig in. The iPad first generation was released back in 2010, and the first Kindle Fire was released back in 2011, so it's 10 years old, and the iPad's 11 years old. So first thing I think we should compare before we get to speed and all that is design. So if the iPad, we obviously get a nice design here with an aluminum design. If you have the cellular mall, you can get this thing too. It'll tell you your storage and all that, but you have the Apple logo and everything, but you'll get like a black rubber thing here. And then you obviously got your buttons and your old port and speakers. And with the Kindle, but with the Kindle, it isn't actually quite as terrible as you might think, for it's actually made of like some sort of silicone plastic, which actually despite being terrible for the environment, it feels quite nice in like its own case. But this thing has a headphone jack, and micro USB port, and a power button at the volume with a light, and then there's speakers right here, and a 7-inch screen and a 9.7. So I'll get to the screens in a minute, but there's no volume buttons, which is a nightmare. I'm glad Amazon fixed that with the next gen. And obviously neither have cameras. So now let's move on to screens. The iPad has a nice, not 7-inch non-retina screen, but still looks pretty good. Even though I can see pixels, it really doesn't look that bad. And besides, the pixels are very tiny compared to like a computer or something. Here's the power button in action, by the way on the Kindle. As you can tell, it's lit. It'll display an orange logo sometimes too if the battery's low or something. The light. But whereas on the Kindle, I think you get like a 6 or 7-inch screen. I don't remember the size, but probably about 6 or 7 inches or something like that. But either way, it's tiny and does not compare at all to the iPad. So now let's go ahead and get started with the speed comparison. So the iPad has the A4 chip and 256 megabytes of RAM, and I don't know about the Kindle. So first we're going to do a shutdown test. 3, 2, 1. And the iPad shut off quicker. Okay, now we're going to do a boot up test in 3, 2, 1. And I don't have a stopwatch with me, sorry, but you'll get to see in real time how long it takes. But the Kindle Fire obviously has an animation when booting up, even though you can't see it too clearly. Yes, I know my room's reflection is showing in the... And unsurprisingly, the iPad booted up first. Even though nowadays Kindle Fires are actually quite fast. In one of my most popular videos on YouTube, when I compared the iPad 7 8th gen to the Fire HD 10 inches, it actually helped the Fire. I think everything a little faster on that, but we'll have to see whether that's still true of comparing the first of each. Wow, the Kindle Fire is taking forever. And here's the lock screen. So now we're just going to do a simple unlock thing in 3, 2, 1. And I'm not sure which did that faster. But now we're just going to go to the apps. And obviously the software, now let's first compare the software before doing the speed. So here you get like a little media organizer and a search organizer, to where it's really organized for the media. Whereas on here it's just organized by app. And yes, I did install apps before. You need a jailbreak to install apps on iOS 5. So let's go. So I'll dig into whether this is still usable or not. the original Kindle Fire is still usable or not in 2021 sometime, but I already did a video on the iPad last year. It's not really going to change. So there is no messaging app on the... Let me just find an app that both have. Okay, let's try calendar in 3, 2, 1. I think the Kindle app did that faster, but I'm not sure. Okay, now let's try to see what else is there. Email in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kindle that faster, but I'm not sure. You'll have to see for yourself. And now let's try notes in 3, 2, 1. By the way, the logo icons are exactly the same. Let's try notes in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I think the iPad might have done that faster. Okay. Let's try Twitter in 3, 2, 1. This is for my private account, by the way, not my public account. I'm almost positive that this isn't going to load. Yeah, I know Twitter is broken on the iPad, and I'm sure it is on the Kindle, so I'm just going to not pay much attention to that. Now, really, the only other app I have on here that I can test out is actually Train Simulator. Now the games are... Now I know this is a pretty power-intensive game, and I know that I could have tried more popular games, but I don't... But I'm sure app support is probably really bad on the Kindle. So let's go. No, it is on the iPad, so let's go in 3, 2, 1. And the iPad's loading that faster. The Kindle's just glitching out. Now let's go to routes. I'll select something here. I actually did a review on the sequel to this game on my channel like a couple years ago, so you can go check that out. Drive session. Let's see which loads it faster. I know the Kindle Fire is not built for gaming, and the Kindle load that faster. And the iPad, for some reason, doesn't even load the graphics. For some reason. It's just a brief preview of the game. It's pretty... I used to play this all the time when I was little, but it's pretty... But yeah, neither iPad... Neither tablets. The Kindle, I would say, won that time, but it's still slow. Alright, so that is it for this video, and I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm almost at 200 subscribers, so please subscribe and ask any questions if you have them, and I will answer them in the 200 subscribers Q&A special. So please, and stay tuned for is the first gen Kindle Fire still usable video. And I guess all I have to say now is peace out.